Hello, I'm not dead. Welcome back to Shock and Schlock. I'm your host, Herschel Gillis, and I've been away for damn near 2 months because I started a new job and things are busy. But I'm back. I finally have time. I have time most every day. I've gotten used to it now. I'm back. I just haven't really wanted to post a video because I'm lazy. Anyway, today, the highly anticipated sequel to Psycho Ape 2 by Addison Binnick. This isn't out physically yet, but I believe you can rent a digital version from him for a few bucks. I backed the movie, so I got a digital copy sent to me. And yeah, I watched it. I met Addison in person. Got an interview posting the channel next week with Addison, so you're going to be seeing a lot of him on this channel. Psycho Ape 2. Um, Psycho Ape is in a trial, and this sequel definitely, yeah, it's a lot to take in. Psycho Ape's on trial for a heist that's reminiscent of Reservoir Dogs in the beginning, and we get a bunch of dancing around between various time periods. 25 years later, or however many years later, said multiple times. We jump back in time, see how things were, see how things are in the present. Anyway, Nancy Banana, Psycho Ape, Dr. Zoomis, they're all here. That's the main trio. They are now a throuple as well. It's very funny. And what we get is a mix of, slapstick stuff from the first one, more courtroom comedy in this one, like courtroom drama, parody, a lot of stuff. This is like a parody of a movie that's a parody of other, like a genre. It's like a parody film. It's a parody of that, so it's like post parody. And for the most part, it works. It's very funny. The gags in this one, I think, are a winner for the most part. You get a lot of recurring characters from the first one. You even get some cameos towards the end with characters from the first movie. But the real star of this show for me was Bill Whedon as Dr. Zoomis, because man, oh man, does he keep it all to his role. Addison has always been a filmmaker, in my eyes, that looks like, he lets people do what they want. A little bit more, and reins them in when it's appropriate. But Bill Whedon, oh boy, there is full frontal male nudity in this. There is some, like, just man on the street type of, like, just following people around type of stuff with Bill Whedon, and he just steals every scene that he's in as Dr. Zoomis. He is absolutely acts insane. And yeah, the Titanic parody scene will be many people's favorite or least favorite, depending on how you feel about seeing a older man's penis. I don't know why I said penis like that, but you do see an older man's penis. And it is quite majestic. It's a very, yeah. Anyway, Psycho Ape's parts in this. Psycho feels like less of a central aspect of this one. I mean, he's obviously a central aspect, but it's less focused on him as, like, primarily versus being like the three main characters focused on, which I really appreciate because Nancy Banana is really funny, played by Kansas Bowling, always charming in films, and in this there's funny parts where people break character, you hear directions from off screen. Yeah, like I said, it's very different than Psycho Ape 1. It's much more harder, like, to review this one as a traditional film because it's like I said, a post parody. It's like when David Foster Wallace talked about, like, post action heroes and stuff like that. This is like post. We're getting very meta with this one, but I think a lot of people are going to enjoy that. I personally enjoyed this one as much, or maybe even a little bit more than the first one, because I mean the parts that are like sketches in this, like the courtroom stuff, are all really funny. This one felt much more, like, edgy, I guess, for lack of a better word, and more punk rock feeling, which I really, always appreciate. You'll know if you watch the movie. But yeah, really appreciated that. I think the characters are really funny. The reveals in this, I'm not going to spoil them, but are, when the reveals happen, really funny. I think the writing in this one is much better than the first one. while it does, my one complaint about this one, I really enjoyed the film. So take this, lightly. You should still absolutely watch this, but my one complaint about this is it's much more disjointed than the first one, which really the only reason I say that is it makes it very difficult for me to give a traditional review versus the first movie. The first movie has a more traditional narrative, like beginning, middle, end. This one goes around so many times, and it's part of the joke, and it is funny, but it does make it harder to talk about, and it makes it feels more of like a film of scenes rather than like a strung together plot, which is fine. I like I said, really enjoyed this film, and yeah, Dr. Zoomis though, and this is definitely the high point. But I think all the actors in this really have honed themselves a little bit more with this one. But yeah, really enjoyed this. Highly recommend Psycho Ape 2. If you're a fan of the first one, you're going to really enjoy the second one. If you were on the fence about the first one, watch this one. There's going to be people that prefer the first versus the second. It's like an alien versus alien situation. I'm kind of torn on which one I enjoy. I appreciate the first one's more linear narrative versus this one's combination of scenes, but I think this one is funnier. I think the characters are stronger. I think the gags are much funnier than the first one. I like all the movie throwbacks. This one has loads of throwbacks and references to other films, and I always appreciate that. Addison is a man of the people. He likes movies like the rest of us, and I like to see that. Addison always feels like he's having fun with his movies. This one is no different. Even the little things like Psycho Ape 2, I think is 2 minutes longer than Psycho Ape 1, or something around that. Yeah, it's really funny. I can't wait to get my Blu-ray of this. Definitely going to be showing that off in a collection video update when I get that as well. But yeah, as of right now, absolutely watch this. Rent a copy, buy a copy when they're physical. Support Addison. He's a very passionate filmmaker, likes what he does. Had a chance to speak with him at the Indianapolis Days of the Dead, which was super fun. Super cool meeting him in person. Super nice guy. Should all go support him. He's one of the people in the underground film community that I like to champion a lot, along with Spooky Celluloid. We'll have him back on the podcast eventually as well. But yeah, for now, watch this, pick up Psycho Ape 1, pick up all the stuff. I have so much Psycho Ape stuff at this point, it's ridiculous. T-shirt, toy, movies, whatever. I've bought this movie several times. And I will with the second one as well. So, yeah. As always, I've been your host, Herschel Gillis, signing off for today. I will be back, though. I promise. I'll be back soon. 0 thoughts, 0 editing, 0 brain cells, and 0 planning. Make sure to subscribe if you haven't. Keep your notifications on, and thanks for watching.